Hey guys, we are gonna be doing. Look at that. It's a like button. Press it. Press this like button over here. Because if you don't press it, we're not gonna go to the video. Because today's video are very, very something. Press this thing. Press this thing already. Did you press it? Thank you. Let's get back in the video.
I want to tell you how I was held hostage by a crazy guy.
Okay.
And I just couldn't get away. And when I did manage to
then?
escape, it got even worse.
Okay.
But everything is fine now.
Okay.
My best
Why?
friend, Brandon, had been
Okay.
trying to persuade me to go to the birthday party of his friend for a long time.
Okay.
But I didn't want to go.
Why?
There were final exams ahead,
Oh.
and I had to prepare for them. But he kept
Okay.
talking about how cool it would be and that half the school would be there. He said our
Okay.
rich classmate would have the whole house to himself, and that it's basically illegal to pass up on this opportunity.
Okay.
Soon, I succumbed and agreed to
what is
go.
it?
I did it more to get Brandon off my back, and very soon, I regretted it.
Why?
The thing is, there was this guy named Derek at the party.
Okay.
Oh, I was so annoyed with Derek.
Why?
He had followed me around for the whole year.
Okay.
He really liked me, and he kept chasing me and trying to ask me out. But
No.
I'd rejected him like 1,000 times.
Okay.
I
Good.
refused to agree to have coffee
Look
with
at his
him
eyes,
or
red.
go to the movies or anywhere else. And once, he even put candles in front of my house, spelling out the words, "I like you." I have to admit, it was cute, but I still didn't want to date him
Okay.
because he was weird. He dressed
Yeah.
strangely. He
Yeah.
liked to talk about strange things. And
Of
once, he even followed me all the way back to my house like a creep.
Well,
And now he was at the same party as me, and he literally would not leave me alone.
Oh.
At
ew,
one point,
ew,
we
ew.
were sitting on the couch talking about school stuff, and then Brandon said he had a surprise, and he asked my friends to go with him. So I was left alone with this freak Derek.
Okay.
Of course, he started talking again about how he liked me and how he wanted to date me, but this time,
Okay.
I wasn't going to let him down gently.
Okay.
I was at the party and I wanted to relax and have fun, and I didn't want to ruin my mood by talking to him.
Oh,
So
wow. His
I
face
yelled
just
at
fell off.
Derek.
Oh my
I told
God.
him that there was no way in the world I would date him, and I told him
Okay.
to leave me alone. I was
Okay.
hoping that maybe he'd finally figure it out, and that maybe I had to resort to doing it the hard way to get through to him.
Okay.
Apparently, my words really hurt him, and he left
Aw.
immediately. I wasn't in the mood to think about his feelings at that moment, so I went to the yard where everyone was partying and there was loud music. I was dancing and just having
look
fun,
at that
but
dance
suddenly the
move.
music stopped because everyone heard a
Okay.
scream. The scream could be heard from somewhere above. Then I looked up and I saw Derek. He was standing on the ledge of the house, trying
Okay.
to get everyone's attention.
Are you gonna kill
And when
yourself?
the
You're gonna
party
kill
stopped
yourself
and
in-
everyone
up
was
there,
looking at
okay?
him, he finally said it. He gave me an ultimatum. Either I agreed to go on a date with him or he would jump off the roof.
Okay.
At that moment, everyone at the party turned to me and waited for my decision.
No, still don't do
and
it.
I agreed.
What?
Of course I agreed. I knew he was crazy. He might really jump off the roof. So I
Man.
just didn't have a choice. I couldn't let a man
Yeah.
hurt himself, could I? When I said yes, Derek was so excited and he started to climb off the roof. But he should have been more careful. As soon as he took a couple of steps, he slipped
Oh.
and rolled down with a loud
Oh.
scream. In a second, the
thing.
crowd gasped and ran to him. Apparently,
Okay.
the party was over. Someone called an ambulance fast, but it was
Okay.
not necessary. Derek was fine. He only had a couple
at
of
that nose
bruises.
blit.
I
Yeah,
stayed with
it
him and
does-
tried to
mm.
help. You know, now I don't know why I did it, but back then I felt guilty for blowing him off so hard. In the
Okay.
end, he had climbed up on the roof because of me. Derek was so
Okay.
happy that I was finally there for him. He said that he really was ready to jump off the roof if I didn't agree to date him. Then his parents came to pick him up, and he introduced me to them as his girlfriend. I confirmed it because I just had nowhere to go. I didn't want that psycho trying to jump out of something again.
Oh my
So that's how
God.
we started dating. Although it's difficult to call it dating.
Okay.
You know, I thought I'd
Oh my
leave him
God.
as soon as he got well, but in fact, our relationship lasted
Oh.
for a month. And every
Okay.
day I wished I never said yes. He turned out to be a disgusting person.
Why?
If something was wrong, he would start yelling at me and threaten to do something to himself again. He was also jealous. If I didn't answer his messages
come on.
immediately, he'd think I was with someone else. Worst of all, I couldn't argue with him because he would always give me a stupid ultimatum at the first opportunity.
Man,
It was awful. I was just held hostage by him. And soon, I found the reason for his behavior. It was
why?
his parents.
Why?
They were just as crazy as Derek was.
Okay.
They always indulged his whims and never scolded him for anything.
Oh my God.
One day we had a big fight because he didn't want me to go out with my friends. Then I got angry, yelled at him, and left. An hour
Oh my
later,
God.
his crazy parents came to my house and told me that I needed to apologize to Derek because he was hysterical.
No.
Oh, that
No.
was the last straw of my patience. I needed to get off this freak's ship, and I figured out a way to make sure no one would die because of me. I told his parents that I was pregnant.
Pillow in
Yep.
there.
I thought because they were so protective of him, they wouldn't want their beloved son to be a dad at 17. And it worked. They wanted to make a deal with me, but I said I just wanted to leave and never see him again. His mom and dad had to come up with a reason to explain to him that he shouldn't date me. Thus, all responsibility would lie on Derek's parents. So I
Okay.
was free, and I
Okay.
could finally enjoy my summer vacation. But the freedom only lasted a month. One night, I was going to bed, but suddenly I heard someone scream. And then the glass broke in
oh
my
my
room.
God.
And now I distinctly heard someone screaming insults. It was Derek.
Oh.
He was standing outside
Look
throwing
at that. He
rocks
just
at our
ripped his-
house.
He just
Oh,
ripped his
you should have
clothes.
heard how he was cursing at me.
Okay,
It
you
looks
can
like his
hear that,
parents
okay?
told him that I was
That's the
pregnant
curse word.
and he came to
You know the
fight.
curse word.
I mean, we hadn't done anything, so he thought I
Oh.
cheated on him. He wasn't just angry. He had a nervous breakdown in front of my house. My
Okay.
parents called the police, and pretty quickly, Derek was taken to the police station.
Oh my God.
His parents urged us to settle peacefully. I only agreed to it so it would end quickly.
Okay.
Derek now had to go to a psychologist for a long time.
Okay.
But it
that's
was
good.
definitely over between us now.
Okay.
The summer was
good.
finally over, and it was time to go back to school. And on the very first day, I noticed that a lot of people were looking at me very strangely,
Why?
even fearfully. I saw some girls whispering behind my back. Something was happening, and I didn't understand what. Then Brandon explained everything
Okay.
to me. It turns out that Derek had told everyone that I was pregnant.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, this picture's still not getting rid of. So yeah, let me. This odds.
And that I had gotten rid of the baby.
Oh
And
my-
many people believed it because we had dated half the summer. It could have happened, but I was not going
Yeah.
to tolerate this lie, and I went to go fight this psycho, Derek. I wanted
Fight
him to
that
tell
guy.
the truth, but he threatened me again.
Oh my God.
He said he'd make things even worse if I wouldn't apologize to him in front of everyone. Oh, you freaking idiot. There's no way this was going to happen. I had to get ahead of him.
Okay.
I recorded a video message telling everyone what really happened. I told them about how we started dating, and I
Okay.
leaked screenshots and voice messages from our chats. And I also
Ew.
told them about the fake pregnancy I used
Ew.
to get rid of him. Of course, I was ashamed to reveal all of this. It's too
Okay.
bad that Derek only climbed to the ledge of the house that night. I know it's bad, but I really wanted him to jump off some skyscraper.
Okay, that's
So,
good.
it
Look
was
at
done.
elephant.
I
He's
now just
so
had to wait for
angry.
people's reactions. I got a bunch of messages over the weekend.
Okay.
Someone was supporting me, someone was apologizing for thinking badly about me. In
What's
general,
yelling?
everything was fine and my reputation was restored.
Okay.
But when things got better, Derek would always show
Ugh,
up and ruin
stupid
everything.
guy.
So this time, I was sitting in the cafeteria with my friends.
And?
We were talking and laughing, but suddenly we heard a scream. And when we looked around to find out who it was, we
Derek.
realized it was Derek. This time his eyes were completely crazy.
Oh my god.
He was
If I
walking
saw
toward
that,
me
I'm
and
gonna-
shouting
I'm gonna
curse
freaking
words.
kill that guy.
I realized that
run
something
away.
bad was going to
I
happen,
don't know
so
what
I got up
happened.
from the table and started running away from him. But he kept
Okay.
screaming and
Oh my
chasing
God.
me. People tried to stop
my-
him,
okay,
but he
do
pushed
it.
them all away
Oh my
and caught
God,
up
that
with
guy's
me.
strong.
Soon, I ran into a corner and I had no place to go.
Okay.
I closed my eyes in fear. I
Okay.
swear to you, I thought he was going to kill me.
Okay.
But suddenly, someone stopped him. And when I opened my
Who is
eyes,
it?
I saw it was Brandon. He was holding
In this video already, because I'm not gonna stay here forever. Click here. 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 Click in this video already. Click here. You're done clicking it? Because